Hey everyone, I'm here with an update for a prediction I made 45 days ago. You can see with your own eyes I published a video on 6/16/26 where the title was Possible News Event Between 7/31/26 and 8/3/26. In the video you'll see these two exact vertical lines marking these dates. Now, what happened today? The US and Israel are planning a bombing campaign against energy infrastructure targets in Iran, with strikes possible throughout the weekend. This seemingly fits pretty well with the time range in the prediction I made 45 days ago. So I do think this is the event I was waiting for, and I want you to see what price is doing at the end of the session here on Friday. We had a jump up in price. So U.S. oil seems to be expecting that these strikes do take place, and I think oil's going to open up considerably higher. Now, I want to talk about the expected trajectory and the current trajectory. I expected 59 to be happening today, or around today at least, and then the event associated with 59 to happen today, or within the time range. That is obviously not taking place, and I want to explain what's going on with that. This is a human error and not an error with the geometry. What you should know about the geometry is it detects every relatively significant movement, both in time and which magnitudes or prices are associated with those events. So, in the same way, this x axis prediction still yielded a news event, this 59 level is also going to yield a news event. It's just going to be a different one, basically. I mismatched the x and the y axis because I was using only my human pattern recognition. The job when you're trying to predict both time and price is to connect or line up two fractals, basically. And so, using only my eyes, sometimes I do get that wrong. You will see on my channel I have shown examples of getting that correct, and it's pretty interesting when that does take place. This this is just an example of where I failed to connect the x-axis and the y-axis. But this y-axis level is still valid. It's still going to yield a news event, just a different one, not this one. Okay, and so what does this current trajectory mean for this prediction I published on 5/12/26? It actually doesn't mean as much as you might think. Anything can happen in this range here, and we simply go back down to 59 and then 127. I'm in a state of not knowing which comes first, 59 or 127. My limit would be this price here, 112. So if the trajectory keeps going up, and it doesn't cross 112, I'm still confident in 59 taking place first, based on its proximity. Here we were within $8 of the 59 level, and usually I'm biased towards which price it came closer to first. So I am actually still biased toward price hitting 59 before 127. I could be totally wrong. Either way, 127 and 59 are going to yield a news event. I'm very highly confident in that. So that's where we're at with these two predictions. I want to show you I made 3 correct predictions in between this prediction here and today. And I did that, I made the predictions on Truth Social so that you can see the exact time of the prediction and the events that took place. Here is the first prediction I made on Truth Social. It's not as significant as the next 2 that I'm going to show you, but I do want to include this because I do think it's valid, and I'm trying to stack up valid predictions for you. So, looking for some announcement related to the US-Iran conflict in around an hour, right around 7:20 p.m. As you can see, this was posted before 7:20 p.m. and little did I know Marco Rubio was going to be speaking at some meeting where he mentioned that the U.S. is still willing to make a deal, but he doesn't think Iran is willing to come to the table. Something like that. This did end up moving price, I think, and so I am willing to include this as a valid prediction. The next 2 are more significant. Now, what is the next one? On July 22nd at 12:50 p.m., I said looking for another news event on 7:24 soon after 9:52 a.m. AKDT. What ended up happening? Well, Iran targets American bases in Jordan and Iraq. This was updated at 10:05 a.m. Okay, so I predicted from 2 days before an Iranian attack on U.S. bases. And let's go to the next one. From July 23rd at 8:05 p.m., I said, seeing a potential event related to U.S. oil on 7/29/26 around 5:12 p.m. AKDT. What happened on that day? Well, 72 minutes before the predicted time, the U.S. began launching strikes against Iran. This is verifiable by the CENTCOM X account. You could go check out what they said on X. That lines up to 4 p.m. At my time. So, yes, 72 minutes before the predicted time, U.S. began launching airstrikes. So, I predicted 2 different airstrikes by 2 different countries. Okay, and so what ended up happening was price made this little move down, went sideways, and then started moving back up. And you can't see that, obviously, in this screenshot. But those are the 3 events that I verifiably predicted using my geometry and my pattern recognition. And yes, imagine what an AI will be able to do with this stuff. This is the seismic data leading up to the Chile 8.8 earthquake that took place in 2010. Let's apply the indicator and let's zoom in. In the same way it detects relatively significant prices, this detects relatively significant earthquake magnitudes. And we can detect that same significant magnitude in time. Okay, and let me apply the bands. Here they are. And let's zoom in again and run another cascade. So here we are detecting the magnitude in time. And obviously, we're going to need help from AI to be able to automatically detect these things. And it's super slow on my computer. But yes, so that is the current state of my earthquake prediction code.